Not every company needs to be first. Sometimes the biggest winners are older companies with the flexibility to adapt to major changes in their industry. Consider the rise of cloud computing. Once it became obvious that the cloud was the future, the legacy software companies had a choice. Either become disruptors by embracing the cloud or do nothing and be disrupted. The smart ones jumped on the cloud bandwagon. So take Pegasystems, P-E-G-A, the software play that helps develop customer applications for other businesses. These guys are involved with everything from marketing to sales to customer relations management and business process optimization. Don't worry, we're going to explain all these. Now, Pegasystems is a 35-year-old company, but in recent years, they've gone all in on the cloud, and this transition has given them a gigantic boost. In the last 5 years, the stock has rallied 255%, trouncing the performance of the S&P 500. Last year, they rolled out Pega Infinity, their most comprehensive suite of cloud-based software yet, which is one reason the company gave such bullish guidance when it reported a little over a month ago. That's one reason why the stock is up 33% year to date. So can it keep climbing? Let's check in with Alan Trefler. He is the founder and CEO of Pegasystems to get a better sense of how his company's doing, where it's headed. Mr. Trefler, welcome back to Mad Money. Good to see you, Alan. How are you?
Thank you, Jim.
Congratulations
Pleasure.
on the incredible results. I think I want to start something different today. I want to talk about how there's an outfit. It's called Gartner. And they have these magic they have the quadrants. You are so far ahead of everybody else that I could see why you get Google, why you get Ford, why you get Anthem, and why you get all the big banks. But I don't know if our viewers understand what a differentiator that is.
Well, you know, this is a set of industry analysts, expert in what technology companies do. And they go through a rigorous process every 1 to 2 years and evaluate the companies and rate them.
Right.
And we consistently come out first, and there's two in particular I'm excited about. One, we're top in what's called intelligent business process management, which is taking work and doing work and making businesses more efficient and more agile. And the second is we're number one in what they call real-time interaction management, which is about making decisions. So you make the smart decisions, you execute the work, do great things for the business.
Okay, so for Google, they use you to improve site reliability. We count on Google's site reliability.
Yeah, it's amazing. Google controls about 25% of the internet traffic, which is mind-numbing. And to be selected and trusted by them to help them in that journey really says a lot about the mission-critical capabilities of our software.
Okay, before you came on, I checked around a number of people in the industry. Business process management, you are so far ahead of everybody else that it begs the question, how come more people don't know you? I mean, I know you because you've been on the show. But when I look at how dominant you are, I kind of feel like, well, why doesn't everybody know Pegasystems?
Well, I think therein lies the opportunity.
Okay.
For a lot of years, we were very, very targeted in terms of who we offered our product to. We weren't very aggressive from a marketing point of view. We didn't have close to the number of feet on the street that you need to really engage organizations deeply. We are massively changing that.
Oh, that's great, because when I see your customers, I mean, you talked about in the conference call, right at the end, you just threw in that you've got this deal, a deal with a major European bank that is so big, Robobank, which people just see, there's a good example. I know Robobank is huge, and you just got an unbelievable deal with them. But I think people just say, well, I don't know, that's not a big. Tell them, people, how big that is.
Well, it's pretty big because it was, of course, highly contested. And being able to get them.
Firms that we probably know.
Firms that you routinely have on this show. And those are the firms we compete with and compete quite successfully, I would say. You know, if you want to hear from a lot of the customers, talking hundreds of customers speaking about their stories, I'd invite you to come to Pega World. It's June 3 and 4 in Las Vegas, and it's going to be a tremendous show.
But read some of the names. I saw that there are companies that are speaking, and every one of them is a good client, and they're all clients everybody knows.
Well, Vodafone, SiriusXM, which just selected us last year. ING, that major Dutch bank, where we're helping them really streamline a lot of their key processes. Firms like PayPal, National Australia Bank, which is undergoing a transformation, Cisco. We're really honored that these companies will come and frankly share their stories about how they're looking to transform their businesses.
Yeah, no, okay, so you're moving into CRM, all right, well, and that's right up against Salesforce. Salesforce is a very powerful component, very powerful opponent. How do you go up against a Salesforce and win business?
Well, a couple of different things. One, we complement Salesforce in many settings. Because if you think about it, Salesforce very much presents a facade of front end that can present information.
Okay.
You got to hook that into the sort of execution of work. You know, how do you really go and fulfill that request for the customer? How do you really change their addresses on the 40 different systems that you need to? A major Salesforce customer like Unilever selected us new last year.
I didn't know that. I met with Paul Pullman about what he's doing with Salesforce. So he brought in Pegasystems too.
Yeah, because we do a good job of complementing them and actually getting work done. Now, some customers choose to use us all the way through,
right,
end to end, and we can operate in either fashion.
All right, one last question. Is it a hindrance that you're not out west?
You know, I believe that we need to break this mythology.
Okay, good. I'm glad I asked about it.
Silicon Valley
Right.
is where inspiration comes from. I actually think it's terrific. You know, we have so many awesome universities, for example, in the Boston area.
Right.
You know, being adjacent to MIT, we have a talent pool that I think is both, frankly, richer, but also a lot more stable than what goes on at some of these high-tech companies.
That's my feeling. But I needed you to speak up against the mythology. I think that's terrific. That's Alan Trefler, founder and CEO of Pegasystems. These guys are just scorching it, guys. Mid Money's back after the break.